Coming up on UCF Nightly News. Learn about the new regulations in place facilitating international travel to and from the United States.
And find out how man's best friends are keeping passengers safe at the airport.
Learn about a new initiative by the Hispanic Serving Institution at UCF.
And in sports, find out how the UCF women's soccer team took on Memphis in their conference home opener last night.
Nightly News starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Nightly News. I'm Florangel Rodriguez.
And I'm Kirk Churchill. Today is Friday, September 24th, 2021. It's time to take that international travel trip you've been waiting to go on. New regulations are in place easing international travel to and from the United States. Nightly News reporter Jessica Tutoroni tells us how these rules will affect the Orlando area.
The United States is easing travel restrictions for international visitors who are fully vaccinated. Officials at the White House say non-citizens visiting the United States now have to show proof of vaccination to enter the country. In addition to the vaccine, non-citizens also have to take a COVID test within 3 days of their departure. United States citizens, on the other hand, are only subjected to mandatory COVID testing before and after their international flight. David Dumke is an international affairs professor. He says that this change can have a negative effect on the UCF community.
The unpredictability makes travel less than ideal, and that, of course, affects UCF. It affects Florida as a tourist state as well.
Although there may be negative side effects to the restrictions, that not may be the case for everyone. Some international students are excited that the borders are opening up again. Jana Weinman is a German UCF exchange student. She says she is excited that Europeans can finally get the chance to travel again.
I feel like it's a big chance for Europe or Europeans like to visit people in the US, like to travel to the US.
The new travel restrictions will be implemented starting in November. In Orlando, Jessica Tutoroni, UCF Nightly News.
The CDC also plans to issue an order directing airlines to collect phone numbers and emails of international travelers. Nightly News will keep you updated on any new developments.
Four-legged friends are sniffing out passengers for COVID at the airport. FIU's International Forensic Research Institute are using their work dogs to detect COVID at Miami International Airport. The dogs are trained to find the virus through its odor. Kenneth Thornton, FIU's provost, says it's a step to launch this initiative statewide for other colleges like UCF. Orlando International Airport ranks top 5 in COVID cases, according to the CDC. The dogs are on trial run for 30 days.
Living in a pandemic has created problems for everyone. A team of UCF researchers want to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Nightly News reporter Kendall Beebe tells us how these researchers may have found an answer in our saliva.
Around UCF, you can see students and faculty wearing masks due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends wearing masks because the virus is airborne. UCF researcher Michael Kinzel and his team found that by changing one of our body's natural fluids, saliva, that might help stop the spread of the virus.
We could start reducing how much somebody salivates and make their saliva a little bit thicker. We could actually we could engineer the saliva so that it leads to basically lower transmission rates.
Their research found that by using common household ingredients, they could make saliva heavier.
The researchers developed a Vita bar, a chocolate bar packed with aerosol-reducing qualities, vitamins, and a great taste.
The researchers say the chocolate bar is ideal for those who have to be around other people. Postdoctoral researcher Douglas Fontes assisted in the study. He says they plan to use the chocolate bar to help stop the spread of many viruses.
The idea is to use that for reducing the transmissibility, not only COVID, but also any other disease associated with airborne.
With COVID-19 numbers still climbing and no end in sight for the pandemic, protecting ourselves just got a little sweeter. In Orlando, I'm Kendall Beebe, UCF Nightly News.
Kinzel says the next step is to get more money from investors. To find out more about the Avita Bar, you can visit avitabar.com. Nightly News will keep you updated with any new developments.
The Board of Trustees met to discuss topics affecting UCF. President Cartwright highlighted UCF's recent accomplishments. The committee discussed fall 2021 operations during the pandemic and provided a HERF update. Cartwright led a discussion about freedom of speech on campus. This discussion has been mentioned in recent meetings due to the House Bill 233. At the end of the meeting, they plan to hear from students about what their UCF education and experience means to them and their future.
UCF faculty looking to vaccinate their children under the age of 12 may be able to do so sooner than later. Nightly News reporter Tania Sims tells us how one pharmaceutical company is taking a step towards vaccinating kids.
Pfizer announced on Monday that their vaccine is safe for kids ages 5 to 11. The pharmaceutical company still has to go through U.S. approval before children can receive it. Some UCF faculty, like Assistant Professor Dr. Bethany Backus, says she wants her children vaccinated as soon as possible.
Yes, I'm going to get them vaccinated. That's fine. But it honestly, I also feel like it's something that never needed to happen if people actually were responsible in the first place.
She says she is fully vaccinated and takes safety precautions, but still has concerns for her unvaccinated children. Backus has 2 young children, a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. She says she is getting her 8-year-old vaccinated first because she attends public school. Pediatric doctor Tanya Williams says she has treated children with COVID. She says since kids have returned to school, she has seen an increase in positive COVID cases.
The rates of children who are being infected and hospitalized are 3 to 4 times higher in those states with lower vaccination rates. So if we can't protect the children directly, we need to protect them by immunizing those around them.
According to the CDC, children are just as likely to get the Delta variant as adults, especially if they're not vaccinated yet. Pfizer plans to submit data from its phase 3 trial for scientific peer review. In Orlando, Tania Sims, UCF Nightly News.
If the Pfizer vaccine is approved by the FDA, over 28 million children in the U.S. will be eligible for it. Nightly News will keep you updated on the latest developments.
The Hispanic Serving Institution at UCF established the first Vamos Nights Fund. This fund will help support our Latino students. I will tell you more about this initiative and what it means to the Latino community. In honor of the 25% needed for universities to be recognized as a Hispanic serving institution. Dr. Cynthia Muñiz is the director of HSI Cultures and Partnerships. She says the Vamos Nights Fund helps support UCF Latino students.
So we're looking for a way to support internship opportunities as well as scholarships for our undergraduate students and then fellowships at the graduate level.
The fund also supports faculty and staff. Muñiz says she wants to find ways to encourage them to conduct more research on Hispanic serving institutions. Dr. Cindy Muñiz explained how UCF was federally recognized as a Hispanic serving institution in 2019. She said she has already seen a lot of improvements. Muñiz says there are now several opportunities and programs that guide and support our Latino community. UCF student Oscar Rondero says he is grateful to feel represented. Rondero says many Latino students will now feel confident knowing they have enough resources to succeed.
It's nice to hear that I am being represented, I am being identified, and I'm being considered towards progress. That, to me, is what matters the most.
Muñiz says the best way to currently support our Latino community is to donate. In Orlando, Florangel Rodriguez, UCF Nightly News. If you want to donate, visit the website foundation.ucf.edu/VamosNights. Adriana, fall is finally upon us, and I'm so excited for the new season. How is the weather looking right now?
Well, Florangel, I'm more of a summer gal myself, but I'm not complaining just yet. As we go into the fall, the day is looking pretty good to me. We're currently at an 84 degrees. That's the highest it'll be all day. Humidity is at a 64%, but be sure it will go up as the day goes by. Winds are setting to the north at a lovely 7 miles per hour and only 15% chance of rain. And that's what I like to hear, just some clear skies among us. Later, I'll tell you what to expect for the weekend as we go to the 5-day forecast. But just know, it's looking better than ever. Back to you, Kirk and Florangel.
When we come back, find out how the UCF Gospel Choir scored a big touchdown at the Buccaneers game by performing live on TV.
Plus, learn more about how UCF Chabad is building a new center. UCF Chabad is building a state-of-the-art Jewish student center. The site is located on Alafaya Trail, about a mile-half off of campus. They are still in the beginning stages of construction. The Chabad Instagram page posted a video updating, saying that the new center will help make Jewish life in the area even more amazing. According to their website, they have been part of the UCF for 12 years. UCF Chabad says the new center will be completed in the fall of 2022.
The UCF Gospel Choir scored a big touchdown at the Buccaneers game by performing live on TV. Nightly News reporter Juliana Amaya spoke with the president of the choir to find out what's next.
The UCF Gospel Choir performed the national anthem at Raymond James Stadium on Sunday. It happened right before the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Atlanta Falcons 48-25. Vice President Tiffany Pugh says the experience is a game changer.
We got really cool backstage passes, and we were pretty much VIP in the back. It was a really great experience. We got to walk out on the field right before they were practicing. Right before they came out, we actually saw Tom Brady throwing the ball.
The UCF Gospel Choir is making moves on and off the field. Here is what's coming up next. The choir's president, Virginia Hayward, says they are currently preparing for their fall concert.
We've also been booked to sing background for the for artist Christopher Marciano at the Immerse Festival.
If you're interested in joining, you can apply online at ucfgcc.org. In Orlando, Juliana Maya, UCF Nightly News.
You can keep up with the choir by following them on Instagram at GCC_UCF. Stay tuned for a weather update.
Plus, learn more about a new beauty shop opening in the UCF area.
This week's East Orlando's first Black-owned beauty supply store made its grand opening in the UCF area. This store gained a massive support from the community, including UCF's Caribbean Student Association. Nightly News reporter Carla Mangual tells us more about what the store's opening means to the community.
All Things Beauty is a Black-owned, women-led beauty supply shop that opened in the UCF area. The store supplies a wide range of beauty products, including hair supplies, extensions, and wigs. Products can be used for all hair types, but their focus is mainly on curly hair. Candia Williams, the owner of the store, says many of the products she sells are from other Black-owned small businesses.
I feel like we deal the most with hair, and we change our hair so much, and we do everything with hair, so why wouldn't we have a Black-owned hair store or a hair store that doesn't specifically, but specifically caters to us.
Williams comes from a Bohemian background and says that much of what she sells includes products from other Caribbean small business owners. With 42.1% of UCF students identifying as Caribbean, Hispanic, Latino, or Black, All Things Beauty is the first beauty supply store in the area that caters to and represents these students. Williams says she was overwhelmed by the support of the community, including UCF's Caribbean Student Association. Sarah Royer, a member of CSA, is a small business owner herself. She says she hopes the opening of the shop can bring inspiration to others.
What's going on? We can be an inspiration to other future business owners and let them know, we can be successful in so many different avenues.
Royer is not only a supporter of All Things Beauty, but she also has a product inside the store. In Orlando, Carla Mangual, UCF Nightly News.
To keep up with Candia's progress and support her business, you can follow the store's Instagram at All Things Beauty Supply ORL.
A light of hope during a tragedy. The UCF Pre-Vet Society rallies around the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando after a tragic fire last week. Nightly News reporter Taylor Anderson tells us how this tragedy turned into a light of hope.
The Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando suffered a tragic fire last week. The fire resulted in severe damage to the shelter and the loss of 13 cats. The UCF Pre-Vet Society president, Sophia Linneo, said once the organization heard of the tragedy, they knew they needed to put together a donation drive.
We wanted to essentially do anything that we could to help them out. So if that meant, getting donations of food and water and whatnot that they needed, or even money, that was what we wanted to do.
Members donated blankets, food, and supplies for the shelter. Donations like these will go towards Pet Alliance's new location in Orlando. Isn't that right, Oakley? Events coordinator Andrea Lemus said this was their duty as future vets.
Hold donations because we are the Pre-Vet Society of UCF. A Pet Alliance is somebody that all of our members know and recognize.
All donations will be dropped off to Pet Alliance's Sanford location. At this time, Pet Alliance is asking for pet supplies to help the surviving animals of the fire. In Orlando, Taylor Anderson, UCF Nightly News.
If you would like to help, donations can be made at Pet Alliance's Sanford location located at 2800 County Home Road.
Hey Adriana, give me some good news. How's the weather looking for the weekend?
Well, Flor and Kirk, like we just mentioned, summer is out and fall is in, and we need to start thinking about those coats and weather drops. Now, if we start looking at the Sunshine State, Tallahassee is in a high at 82. Jacksonville 83, Tampa is at 89 degrees, Orlando is at 84 degrees, and Miami in the south 86 degrees. Looking at the lows, we're going into Tallahassee 62 degrees, Jacksonville 67 degrees, Tampa 72 degrees, and Orlando 71 degrees, now in the south still at 79 in Miami. When it comes to rain percentages, we're a little better. Tallahassee 4%, Jacksonville 4%, Tampa at 16%, Orlando 15%, and Miami at 59%. Looking at some thunderstorms warning, so if you're planning a road trip, just be careful. Now for the 5-day forecast, we're looking all sunny and shiny over here. On Saturday, we're at 88 degrees high, 69 degrees low, and 0% chance of rain. Sunday, 88 degrees high, 67% low, and 0% chance of rain. For Monday, 88 degrees high, 68 degrees low, and 0% chance of rain. Tuesday, looking sunny at 88 degrees high, 69 degrees low, and 0% chance of rain. 88 degrees high and 70 degrees low with a 0% chance of rain on Wednesday. Looking sunny to me. Now back to you guys.
Coming up in sports, find out how the women's volleyball team looks to extend their winning streak tonight.
Plus, see where the UCF women's golf team positioned in the initial golf week top 25.
Welcome back, Knights fans. I'm Okelo Pena. Here's your UCF sports update. The UCF women's soccer team took on Memphis in their conference home opener on Thursday. Memphis won the possession battle in the first half, outshooting UCF 11-4. UCF goalie Caroline DeLise held strong, leading to a 0-0 score at halftime. The Tigers scored twice in the second half to take a 2-0 lead. UCF responded with a goal from Dara Rajay in the 66th minute. The goal would be a little too late for the Knights, falling to Memphis 2-1. Women's soccer will look for their first conference victory next Thursday at SMU. UCF men's soccer is back on the field at home tonight against conference rival Temple. The Knights are on a 2-game winning streak, with their last victory coming against Memphis 4-1. In their first conference victory against the Tigers, 3 Knights earned AAC Player of the Week. Luca Dorado, Anderson Rosa, and Tyler LaVange all took home the honor for their position. You can watch the game tonight at the venue or at ESPN Plus at 6. The UCF women's volleyball team looks to make it 4 in a row as they're facing East Carolina tonight at home. This will be the first conference game of the season for the Knights. They defeated the Pirates last season twice at home. The game will be at the venue at UCF 7 p.m. Nightly News will keep you updated on the results and when the Knights take the court again. The UCF women's golf team ranked 6th in the initial Golf Week Top 25. Positioning number 6 is the highest ranking in the program's history. In the last year, the team earned an NCAA regional bid and finished 4th in the American Athletic Conference Championship. Players Tonra Pidon and Kamael Banzet are ranked 25th and 26th in golfers in the nation. Head coach Emily Marone says this is an exciting time for the team to be in this position and will continue to prove the rankings right. It's sure a great time to be a Knight with all of the sports happening. Florangel and Kirk, back to you guys.
That's all our time for right now. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can keep up with us on Twitter at UCF Nightly News.
And if you got a story idea, send it our way. Thanks for watching and have a great day, Knights.